Good evening, everybody. Just introduce myself, I'm Gill, I'm the new CEO of this club. One of the things I want to do since I've got here is change a few things. Bear with me, it'll be a bumpy ride, and I promise not to blow you. One of the things I will do, I will put some people in place to move this club. I've started with that already. So what I'd like to do, first and foremost, is took me weeks and weeks of negotiating. I believe I've got right man for a job, or the 2 men for a job to lead this club forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to interact our coaches for the next 2 years, Daryl and Daryl Powell.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to coach Castleford Tigers. I went to school in Castleford. I played local rugby at Red Hill, and I lived in Castleford in Glasgow, and in Glasgow for the most, well, half my life. So it is like coming home. I supported Castleford as a young man. I never, as I would have wanted to, got the chance like Danny did to play for Castleford. They offered me a trial at one point, but I had a contract offer at Sheffield, so I went there. So it's a pleasure to be here. I'm really looking forward to the challenge, and hopefully Danny's done a great job in stabilising the team. You can see that they really care about what they're doing. I'm looking to build on that stability that Danny and the team have created. And as a coaching group, we work our backsides off to help the team to grow in stature as we go through the season. And it can still be a season that you can be really proud of.
He didn't come around the circumstances that you want somebody obviously losing a job, but I think everybody knows what this club means to me, and I would never say no. You know, I wanted to help the club out and do the best I could, whether it be, you know, for a week or a month or 6 months. Now, yeah, I had 4 games in charge, and I enjoyed it. But again, I'm the first to admit I've got a lot to learn as a coach, and you know, it's good to have someone like Daryl on the side of me to obviously mentor me and help me become a better coach, and hopefully one day be the head coach of Castle again.
With these two, so somebody come out with a suggestion double D. I hadn't a clue what that meant.
The only flat cap I've got is my granddad's. I never actually wore it, I just keep it because I just keep it for my granddad. So I never.
Can you tell us what your priorities are for this season, for the rest of this season?
So I'm not going to make any rash predictions, but you know, I think there's certainly some things we can do to improve the team from a defensive point of view, and that would be the main focus. I do believe the teams, looking at what they did last week against OKR, can play some unbelievable rugby league, and there's some high quality players in there. So that would be the primary focus at the moment, and also it's some things like finishing your sets so you can defend a little bit better and being smart from that point of view. But yeah, that'd be the main priority, I would say. And I think my history is starting at Leeds as a coach, and people like Danny Maggs, Rob Burrow, Kevin Sinfield. I was fortunate enough to coach those young lads in from a youth development point of view. And this club's got a vast, rich, deep history in terms of developing young players. Obviously, we want them to fulfil their careers while they're at this club, and not move and play somewhere else. So we've got to make sure that we create an environment and a culture that enables them to do that.
I think it's a good appointment. Seems to like he knows what he's talking about. Seems pretty good.
What about the atmosphere down here today and big turnout?
Yeah, very big turnout. Really good atmosphere. Yeah, great stuff. Enjoyed the pictures. Great, really. Some good questions asked as well. Yeah, hopefully we can turn it around on pitch, and hopefully things will improve.
Dave, what's your thoughts on Daryl Powell's appointment then as head coach?
I'm pretty happy with it, to be fair. I mean, the two people that I personally thought of were Daryl and James Lowe. I just think at least Daryl's had proper first team experience over a few years. I think that's what probably separated him in my view. So I think it's a pretty good call. Local lad, knows traditions at club. It can only benefit us.
Great turnout by the fans tonight. Why do you feel that is?
I think we're finally getting positive news out. I mean, there were a bit of nasty news beginning of the season and then after last season, and we just seem to be getting positive news and news that the fans want, which is out. I mean, fans weren't really happy with Millward, so for him to go and for somebody, a local lad, to come in that's got a proven record in coaching and winning, I think it's our positive news.
And what about your hopes for the rest of the season then? We're a few points off the playoffs, it's fair to say, but there's a renewed energy around the club.
Yeah, the playoffs do seem a distant away at the minute, but we've got to play most of the teams in and around the area, which is good for us. But it's about confidence and building on what Donny started now with the 4 games and playing well. And if they play well and they're happy within themselves, confidence comes, and then wins might just come against the teams Wakefield, Salford, London. So who knows? It's not that far away.